The simplest explanation that I can give is it's very similar to when you use your cell phone. When you pick up your cell phone and you dial the number of somebody else, you're not surprised or wondering how it works when they pick up at the other end and you're able to talk to them. Well, your scanner's set up the same way. It's able to, because of the information that is put in about the person, it's kind of like an IP address, and it's where it's able to connect with the person and communicate back and forth, very similar to what you use, just like when you use your cell phone. It's just as straightforward, just as scientific, and just as effective as when you use your cell phone. When you're seeing the emotions in the database, you've got to remember it can be your emotions or it can be anybody in your family, your friends. It can even be from the past or the present. So when you look at high cause or low cause, remember that it doesn't mean big and small. High cause means that there's something that's having a frequency to it that can be possibly causing an inflammatory response. And low cause means that there's frequency vibrations that are possibly reducing function. So even when it comes up with a positive emotion, and there's so many possibilities, I'm just going to off the top of my head think of a couple. If it comes up as love and you're like, well, that's a positive emotion, why is it coming up? Well, if it's coming up as a low cause and reducing function, it could be that somebody as a child felt like they didn't get enough love from a mom or a dad, or maybe a favorite uncle or an aunt or a grandma. Okay, and if it is love and it's a high cause, inflammatory, then maybe somebody is smothering them, trying to get love from them, and it's causing an inflammatory response in the body. Just because an emotion is listed and you think of it as a positive emotion doesn't mean that there aren't situations in life where it can actually be a positive emotion that is affecting the body in a negative way because of either the lack of or the way that somebody is interacting with you with what should be a positive emotion. When you have inner voice and body systems, what you have to realize is there's programs running in the background when these are running. And because the emotions have such a big effect on the body with neuropeptides being deposited and affecting whether there's inflammation or lack of function or whatever in the body, when you are doing inner voice and it's running in body systems, it's bringing all of that over. And then it's showing you how those emotions are affecting the body. And then there's also information coming in from the background, from like vitals, and they all interconnect. So that's a really powerful thing to do because you get a lot of the information that has suggestions, but at the same time, the program is connecting with your brain and taking into account how the emotions are also affecting your body. For example, you can have somebody that has raged their whole life and they finally have one episode and they have a heart attack. Well, if they had been scanning during their lifetime, their inner voice and their body systems may have consistently shown that the heart needed support, the heart needed CoQ10 ubiquinol, that the heart needed better hydration, that they needed to work on anger, self-esteem, whatever it is. That type of thing is going to come through in the body systems report because those particular areas that come over from the emotions are needing that physical, emotional, support in order to improve and have a better frequency where it's heading more towards that optimal health that we aim for with frequencies in the body. Meridians are like the wiring in your house. You have your chakras that are your energy centers, and then your meridians are like the wires in the house. So they are like energetic highways, byways, pathways, back roads, streets, dirt roads, whatever. They carry energy and information through the body as far as interrelating with the spinal cord, with the nervous system, with the brain. So there is just a lot you can do, and when you scan the meridians, you're going to see in the reports from that exactly which meridians are out of balance, which body parts they energetically connect with. And then you're going to be able to go and scan and optimize those areas. And if you have access to database reports, you're going to see right away what it is that is not only bothering those meridians, but the parts of the body that they are connected to. So meridians can help the body energetically, but they also are a very, very valuable source of information for you when you are scanning, optimizing, and trying to use different parts of your body scan to improve your health. And don't forget how tightly they tie in with the inner voice. And now for sure, make sure that in connection with scans with the chakras and the meridians that you use your Mindsync. I come from a genetic history of a grandma who in the 1950s worked in a cancer ward, taking bone out and putting in clean maggots to eat cancer in the brain. And when I was 3 and 4 years old, my mom said that my favorite part of the Encyclopedia Britannica, because remember back then all we had was books, was to flip the clear pages on the body part. And I just would sit for hours doing the pages back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So from a very young age, I was about 3 years old, I just had such an intense interest in the body that I just loved everything that I could learn about it. When I got older, I got involved in the dental field and fell in love with the dental field. If I had gotten in that field when I was younger, I might have been a dentist, but I'm so grateful that I didn't do that because of the dental field, I ended up working in the energetic field with testing meridians and chakras. I was certified for structural neurology, emotional dyslexia, different things through Gordon Stokes in California. And from there, I ended up going into EDS, electrodermal screening, and then I met Loran. So my love of the body started at 3 years old. And once I got into the EDS and that period, I started to see that energetically, there was so much that you could learn about the body that Western medicine wasn't covering. And so I developed a passion for causes. And I just, I tend to be very detail-oriented. And so meeting Loran was a piece of heaven because I got just embroiled in all of the facts behind what we do, all of the databases, all of the connections, all of the dots. How does this work? How does that work? And so much of it went back to just even when I learned at 3 years old. So for me, I have looked at so many systems, and the AO scan blows them out of the water. The AO scan is based on causes. It's based on causes. And so it has just got the superiority, and it just keeps getting better and better and better and adding in and adding in. And I got to tell you, the newest one, Mindsync, I trained in what Mindsync is based on since 1993. And that program is the bomb diggity. It goes so deep, and it's going to be so effective, and there's nothing else like it out there. So I am just thrilled to be involved with a company that fulfills my dreams about how I saw health could be improved if it was tackled from an energetic viewpoint. So I'm just grateful to be here, and I just absolutely love what I do.
I have an exciting announcement to make. In fact, right now, if you go to your scanner, there's some new features. Actually, not new features, improvements to features that you're already using. You know, we've always told you, you probably get tired of us telling you this, it's never going to be finished, and it's never going to cost more than $149 a month. This scanner is so exciting. For us, it's so fun to sit down because so much of the changes we make, and in particularly the two that are happening tonight, are based on a lot of information and feedback from you guys. So you're helping us fulfill that promise of it's never going to be finished. And tonight, there's two of those that are being upgraded. One is Vitals. Now this is a simple one. It's a little one. But Vitals has so much information that a lot of you get overwhelmed and you avoid it, which is not always good. And a couple years ago, because of that, we added Quick Scan and Easy Scan to make it easy and less intimidating. Well, today we're adding another one, and that's called Priority Scan. So if you go into your scanner and you bring up Vitals, you'll notice there's a new button. Right under Vitals, right under where the target is, there's a little blue button that says Priority Scan. Now you want to make sure that all of those 9 boxes, those sections that we have in Vitals, are checked. Because what you do when you hit Priority Scan, and I'm going to do it right now, it will go through and scan me right now. What are the 3 or 4 categories that I really need to pay attention to right now? And what it just came up with is food sensitivity, gastrointestinal, and meridians, and my toxicities. So I don't need to do the whole Vitals, but these are ones that I ought to maybe pay attention to. Now, what's the difference between this and Easy Scan or Quick Scan? This gives you the full detail of the Vitals, and sometimes we need that. Now, you don't need to do Vitals every day, but you could do Priority Vitals almost every day. It just helps us look at it. So that's one of the things that's changed with Vitals, and there's more coming. But tonight, enjoy this. In fact, tonight, do a Priority Vital Scan and just see what your body is saying. Hey, you need to pay attention to this. Okay, now that's the first one. The second one's even more exciting, well, to me and to most of you. Now, as you know, at Day of Discovery, we launched Multicast. Multicast has been a big hit. Everybody loves Multicast. There's so many things you can do with Multicast. But the feedback that was coming back saying, oh, we love Multicast, but man, I got to enter everybody in every single time, and I got to add their affirmations every time. Can we streamline that?